Hello, my loves. Welcome back to the Feminine Dating Podcast. This is a space where we explore the art of dating with confidence and nurturing our inherent feminine strength. I'm your host, Lilian Toscano, and I am so delighted that you're here with me today. Today, we're going to be diving into a very important topic that resonates with many of you, or that will be resonating with many of you. I know for a fact because I've been there myself. So, the topic today is, or what I titled this episode is, if you like a man, don't be his friend. This is specifically for those of you who find themselves often friend zoned by the men they're attracted to. And like I said, I've been there myself, and I am going to be teaching you today the 4 key steps to get yourself out of that situation immediately. Okay, so let's face it, the realm of love can be tricky at times, right? You meet someone, you feel this spark, this interaction is great, but somehow you end up just being friends, right? And while friendship is, of course, a beautiful bond, it's important to have this friendship in a relationship. It's not where you want to be if your heart longs for something more. And I know that a lot of people say, you have, in order to be in a relationship, you need to be friends first. And yes, of course, of course, friendship is important, right? Of course, you want to like the person. Of course, you want to like each other. Of course, you have to like each other in order for that to flourish into a relationship. But the key here, okay? But there has to be, there must be this one piece of the puzzle that sometimes is not there. And that is sexual tension. There has to be sexual tension between the two of you for these romantic feelings to flourish. Okay? It can't just be friendship. Can't just be this platonic, thing going on. So if you are currently in the friend zone trap, today I'm going to be sharing with you 4 key steps to get yourself out of that immediately. Okay, we're going to get ourselves out of that situation right now. So the friend zone it often happens when there is a lot of comfort and interaction, but a lack of romantic tension, a lack of that sexual, sensual tension between two people. It is when your connection is appreciated, but not the way you desire. So he appreciates you, he likes you, he thinks you're wonderful as a friend, but not in the way that you want him, right? So in this episode, I'm going to be teaching you these 4 key steps to get yourself out of there. But before we go there, I also wanted to share a movie that I watched during the holiday, which is called The Holiday. So during my holiday, I watched this movie. I watch it every year. It's like a classic. I don't know if you ladies have watched it, but this movie portrays this very thing. Iris is one of the characters, one of the main characters who swaps houses with Amanda. And you see Iris being this, friend to this guy who she is just so in love with. And she tries to be just, this wonderful friend to him. She buys him presents. She listens to him. Like she does all these things, hoping and praying that maybe one day he will look at her in a different way, with a different light, and become her man. But unfortunately, what happens is, and what this happens all the time, is that he ends up with another woman and he proposes to this other woman, right? And then she is left there heartbroken. There is even a scene there that she's almost trying to take her life because she's so heartbroken. And she's like, what am I doing with myself? What am I doing with my life? And it's so common to see this because we get into this trap without knowing how we got there. Because we want to be a friend, we want him to somehow realize through our interactions that there could be something else, but we're so afraid to really show that vulnerability. Anyway, like I said, let's jump into it. And if you haven't watched That Holiday, it's a great movie. Go watch it and you will see how Iris goes through this journey. And I feel like even though this is what she did with the guy in the UK, whatever where she's from, she does the same thing with the guy in the States. Of course, because it's a movie, it turns out differently. But if you see how she behaves with the two men, she does the same thing. She's this sweet friend who's there for them, who's willing to sacrifice herself, her time, and everything else to make them happy. And she does the same thing. I don't know what his name is, but it's Jack Black, I think is the actor who plays that role. And same thing with this guy. She does the same thing. So she is the lead character in her life, but she's not playing the lead character. She's playing the friend, which is really sad and unfortunate. And this is what a lot of us end up doing because we're just kind of hoping and praying that somehow he'll get the hint. But anyway, without further ado, let's go into the 4 key steps. So step number 1 is be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. It's easy to slip into the role of a friend, right? Because it's safer. We don't have to say anything. We don't have to do anything. It's like, okay, I can be your friend. I can be your therapist. I can be your coach. I can be the person there that's there for you. And somehow you will figure it out. But remember, my loves, that your feelings and desires are valid and they are important. So ask yourself if your actions are in alignment with what you truly want. So are you showing up as a friend in order to maybe down the road, see if you have a chance with this man? And if so, you're not being completely honest with yourself. You're not being completely honest with him. And this we have to change. We have to be honest with ourselves. So are you interested in this man more than a friendship? Okay. And if so, then we have to take step number 2. Step number 2 is differentiating flirting versus friendliness. So there's this fine line between being friendly and flirty. And when you do what you want to do when you are attracted to a man is be flirty, not friendly. Okay, flirting invites a different kind of connection with a man, right? One that kind of piques his romantic feelings for you, romantic interest. He sees that you are interested in him more than a friend. Okay, and this is a crucial step to take. Right? To start planting that little seed in his mind that you are attracted to him. And you can start with gentle touches, eye contact, a little flirty smile. Okay. And I do have an episode on how to flirt. So it's called Master the Art of Feminine Flirting, and it's episode 30. So go check that one out. I go deep into how to how to flirt in your feminine energy. And you're going to see that as you practice, it'll be easier and easier. And trust me, as soon as you shift your energy from friendliness to flirty, this man is going to take action. You don't even have to say anything at this point. You can just start with this step and see what he does. It's like turning on, I feel like it's like turning on the heat, you're turning on the heat for him. So if he is interested in you, even by just doing this one step, he's gonna make the moves. Okay, he's gonna make the moves, and then you're gonna see how interested he is in you. But if he's still a little bit clueless and you want to get clear as to where you stand, and I would absolutely recommend that you do this as well, is step number 3. And that is, you want to communicate your intentions. Because it's crucial to be honest with yourself, and it's crucial to be honest with him. So if you do desire more than a friendship, your approach and communication needs to align with that desire. And this requires you to be vulnerable and open, which I know can be difficult because it's going to be such a big fear of yours. It's going to come out. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is what I have to do. But this is a must. If you want to get out of the friend zone trap, you have to communicate what your intentions are. So if you no longer want to be his friend, you want something more with this man, you want to communicate that. And I have coached clients through this because it's easy to get into this trap. But trust me, you can do this. And once a man knows your intentions, then it is up to him to decide whether he goes after that or he backs away or there's clarity. And I feel like clarity in any type of relationship is a keystone. Like you need clarity in a relationship. Where do we stand? Right? So now moving on to step number 4. That is to, and I feel like this is pivotal. If you truly want this man to maybe be something more than this friend, this is pivotal of you to do. And that is to move forward. So if you have expressed your feelings, you have shared with him how you feel, that you are, feeling something more for him than just friendship, and he doesn't feel the same way, it's okay. Okay. It is okay that he doesn't feel the same way. It's not about rejection, it's about clarity and moving towards a relationship that reciprocates your feelings. So I would encourage you at this moment, if once you express yourself, once you see his reaction, and if this man doesn't reciprocate, if he doesn't feel the same way, I highly encourage you, my love, to stop being his friend. And I know this is going to be hard too. But in order for you to have even a tiny little chance that he might shift, this is something that you must do. Not only are you doing this for maybe a chance with this man, but also the biggest part, the biggest reason why you want to do this is because you'll end up getting hurt. Because this man is never going to be the man that you want. He's never going to want you the same way you want him. If you stay as this friend, if you accept him like this, if you, continue to accept this friendship of his, even though he knows that you feel differently, that's never going to change. He's just going to continue getting what he's getting from you because it feels good. It's easy. You're giving it to him. So why not? Right? So if you are such a nice friend that you're cooking for him, you're maybe cleaning for him, you listen to him when he has girl problems, you're the therapist that he can go to. That's it's incredible for him, right? He's getting all the benefits, all the benefits. And what are you getting? What are you getting? You're going to become resentful. At some point, you're going to become resentful. You're going to maybe react to this, maybe explode. And that's not good. See, this is why we want to communicate things sooner rather than later. And you don't want to spend years, wasting years of your life stagnant, right? In this hamster wheel that's going nowhere. So I encourage you, my loves, that if you are in this friend zone trap and you have communicated your feelings, you've done all of these steps, move forward, keep going, end the relationship, end this friendship. And I'm going to give you a little script of what you can say to this man, because I know this can be hard. You can say something along the lines of, I've enjoyed the last few weeks, the last few months, the last few years, however long it's been, okay? And say, yet, I don't see you as a friend. I have feelings for you, and I think it's best for me to step away from this friendship. That's all you need to say once you have decided that you are going to end the friendship. And leave it there and make sure that you follow through. That you are not going to go back to being a friend again, that you're not going to answer his calls when he needs you, that you're not going to bend over backwards to Make him happy. That you know your value, you know your worth. And if this man doesn't want the same things as you, that is okay. But you are not going to be his friend anymore. You're going to walk away from that friendship. Okay. So remember, stepping out of the friend zone really begins with you, right? Honoring your feelings, communicating your intentions, and embracing the journey of finding love that echoes your desire. Staying in friendships, in these sort of situationships, or not having a definition of what you guys are, it's just so confusing, and it's just going to end up hurting you the longer you stay in these friendships. The longer you stay, the more pain you're going to experience. So, and pain is not a bad thing. It's actually something that we just have to, feel through. And yes, it's going to be hard for you to not be friends with him because you're so attracted to him. You want his attention, even if it's just a friend, even if it's just in a friendly way, you still want his attention. And I know that. Yet, for you to have what you desire, if you're fully committed to what you want, you must put your foot down. You can't be the nice friend. You can't be his therapist. You can't be his coach. You can't be that woman anymore. You have to know your value. You have to show him that you value yourself and you're not going to be wasting any more time. Okay. So I hope these steps are now clear for you. And if you are ready to take them, I'll say take them immediately. Like start with the flirting. Like I said, that's the easiest way. Of course, you have to get clear, right? If you are clear on, I do want more with this man than what I currently have. Then start with the flirting. If there hasn't been any flirting at all, if there's just been a little bit of hint here and there, make it more obvious. Let him know some men are just clueless. And he may just not know. He may just also want you. Maybe he's also curious about you and wants to see, where this could go, but he hasn't felt that romantic interest from you. So this is your perfect chance to show him and, embody that energy, that attraction energy, and see what he does. So go check out episode 30 if you want to learn how to master the art of feminine flirting. Highly encourage you to listen to that episode. And my loves, as always, you are welcome to go check out my website. I have courses there. Master Your Magnetism would be the perfect course for something like this, because I teach you the steps, step by step, on how to become this magnet, not only for this men, but for all men out there that you're interested in. So go check out. I'm gonna leave the link in below in the description, and it's only $17 right now for that program. But I will be raising my prices shortly, so make sure that you get it before then. And trust me, I've had so many people, so many women that have bought the course come back to me, say how incredible it was. And it doesn't take long to shift your energy. I've done it myself many, many times, and it is incredible to see the results. I was actually just sharing on my social media, I believe it was like last week, about how I was just walking down the street, not paying attention to anything, and then this incredible, gorgeous man is like running after me, chasing me down, because he couldn't resist the chance of asking me out. And can you imagine having that? I mean, I was like blown away by this experience. I didn't realize how fast the tools worked. I didn't realize, just embodying this energy, and I could feel it too. I could really feel my energy shifting. And that's when I realized that, wow, these tools are very powerful and they're so easy to implement, and you can do it wherever you are, right? So if you are wanting to attract a man, wanting more attention, wanting to feel that desire, take the course, go check it out. It's on my website. I'll leave the link below. and you can go purchase it there. So my loves, until the next one, remember that you are worthy of the love that you desire, okay? And you're going to meet that incredible man, right? You're going to meet that incredible man. And so keep that in mind, keep that faith. You will be. Okay. So until next time, keep loving, keep living, and keep moving forward. Love you so much.